We're gonna answer all your questions on online branding, marketing, prospecting, recruiting, closing, personality types, and how to build a business online. One of the things that I'm going to give away at the end here is my new daily 4-step Aloha laptop lifestyle cheat sheet, the 4 steps that I use to be able to live a laptop lifestyle, and what you can also do, and I still do that on a daily basis, and I think you will find great value out of that. So what questions do you guys have for me? Let me know, let me see, and we will go from there. Today I'm not talking about a specific topic. I'm just here to answer questions and give you my take based on my experience, as well as the tremendous amount of experience that I've experienced from being involved with Mastermind with Ray Higdon, my mentor, doing courses with Tony Robbins, Danny Johnson, etc., and being in the vacation counselor industry, which is vacation ownership sales, really learning a lot about the psychology of the sale and how to properly close people. So let me just turn this camera here a little bit. Otherwise, it looks at when I'm looking at my Periscope that I'm kind of looking up, and it's actually looking down at it. So. Beautiful day here. Taylor, thanks for joining. It should be your day off too, right? If I'm not mistaken. Anyway, you look good in green and black, girl. I know that for sure. So there are some questions. Stuart is asking, what are some of my favorite questions to ask people who are interested in creating additional income? Stuart, that is a great question, and I will answer that. I have a few that I would like to ask. The first thing that I ask, well, normally I lead off with saying, when I'm talking to people, is, do you keep your income options open for a side project if it wouldn't interfere with what you're currently doing? Because typically people would have two things. The one thing is, if you ask interested, well, it is such a cliche anymore, but if people like to be open to things and learn more, right? So, and then the other thing is that people would take on something if they could just find the time or have the time to do something. So that's why I asked, do you keep your income options open for a side project if it wouldn't interfere with what you're currently doing? And the question is often yes. And then this is the series of questions that I would typically ask. The very first thing I would ask is, okay, cool. So tell me, why are you open to other income opportunities and creating additional income? And then you're going to hear all kinds of stories. Some people want to put their kids through college. Some people want to pay for the daycare. Some people just want to pay bills. Some people just say they want to make more money. And then I'll go to another level down, and I will say, so, all right, so how much money is it that you really need to make to be able, let's take the daycare, to be able to pay for your kids' daycare? And then I would go to another level from there, which is, how would it feel if you would have that, you have a business, you bring that money in, and now you don't have to worry about your kids' daycare money, but it comes in from your business that you work on a regular basis. And get that emotional involvement with that. Then I will also ask the question after that, how would it feel if you suddenly would lose that? Let's say you had it for a while and you would suddenly lose it, you won't be able to do that. Or how would it feel that you know you had the opportunity to do that, and then You keep blaming yourself, but you never get to the point of doing that. How does that feel to you? The next question, and first I want to get that emotional involvement and the real reason why. Because if somebody just tells me I want to make more money, that's not really a good answer for me. That's a start. And I want to know deeper from there where they are going. Why? The why behind why they are saying that, you know? So then I would go into, so how can you spend an hour or 2 hours a day, whatever we feel that it takes to make the business work, over the next 3 to 6 months to earn that money? Let's say they want to make $500 a month. On average in our business, you have to spend 2 hours a day, five to 6 days a week, and 3 to 6 months down the road to be able to earn that. That's just a rough ballpark, Stuart. You might be able to correct me on that if it's different, but that's probably the average. Some people can make a lot more and some a lot less. Then they would say, yes, I have the time, I'm willing to do that, or no, I don't have that kind of time. And then to me, then I want a clarification of that. And that's where I'm going to say, so you would like to pay for your kids' college, for your kids' daycare. You say that that it would feel really great to not having to rely on your regular income to do that, and you would feel terrible if you know you had the chance not to be able to do that and provide for them that way. But you can't make 2 hours a day or 1 hour a day, 5 days a week or 6 days a week to be able to do that. Now, in the world that we live in, you have to give to get. So you got to spend some time and you got to prospect and got to talk to people to be able to get that income and to start building a business. What is it that you are willing to give up in your schedule to be able to do that? Is it golfing? Is it surfing? Is it watching TV? Is it just hanging around with friends? It's surprising that if the drive is really strong enough and the emotional attachment is there, and that's why I ask the emotional questions first, that people will find a way to come up with that time. Now, if somebody says to me, well, I just don't have the time, then I will just simply say that I'll take them back to the emotion. Is it really that important to you? And if they continue that they don't have the time or don't want to make the time, then I'm just going to say, well, obviously, this is not for you, and just do a major takeaway. You know, this is not for you. I'll go and I'll move on and I'll present it to someone else. That are most of the questions that I would ask, actually my whole process toward that I would ask someone if they are interested in joining the business, creating additional income. The first thing is got to get them emotionally involved. Second thing is you have to ask if they will be willing to spend the time and make the time for it, and then you will just decide, is it really worth continue spending your time with this person? And so you either give more or you move on. Be succinct in your process. You are not needy. They need what you have more than what you need them in your business. There's way more of them than us, so to speak. There's a lot of people looking for opportunities. 370 million people in the United States and in Canada. There's plenty of opportunity just in this country alone. So don't be afraid to do a takeaway and take it back if people. And that would be weird to people, because they would be so used to other people coming and kind of begging them, why have you looked at it yet? Will you take a look at it? Why won't you look at it? It's like, no, it's fine. Not for you. Move on, and that's totally cool. And maybe it's not for that person and don't have the desire to do that. But why were they interested in the first place? There was a reason why, and it's our job to dig that up.